I'm in my zone. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep. I'm running deep, training till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat. I feel the heat, it's never enough. I was waiting till the sky had fallen. Had my back till I could hear my calling. To the bottom, feel me in the drumming. To the flames, watch champions arise. The arena, destiny is calling. Like the fire, victory is falling. On the podium, when we start humming. Hear the echoes, glory never dies. I've been chasing every dream to the extreme, the essence of trust. I've been reaching for the stars, raising bars in the name of the just. I was waiting till the sky had fallen. Had my back till I could hear my calling. To the bottom, feel me in the drumming. To the flames, watch champions arise. The arena, destiny is calling. Like the fire, victory is falling. On the podium, when we start humming. Hear the echoes, glory never dies. I
All right. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm fuming. I'm mad, but that's okay. Welcome. Welcome. Josh is joining us very shortly. I think he's just working out some technical difficulties and what have you. But the Penguins, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, are eliminated from the playoffs after 2 games. So it's just absolutely stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. This is a very dumb format. This is a dumb thing that a failing AHL league needs to fix. It's just bad hockey. It's bad. It's bad hockey, and that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna talk about it more, but you guys, as we wait for more people to funnel in, as people are checking out the content, let's just do some housekeeping here. This episode is brought to you by Louie. If you guys are looking for some custom apparel or promotional products for your business, for your nonprofit, or for your school, Louie is perfect. All you gotta do is go to Louie.com. Someone will talk to you, set up everything you need, and get you going. Quick turnaround time, all in-house designers. They have everything you need to get you started. Go to Louie.com. Also, this episode is brought to you by Rogue Energy. If you go to rogueenergy.com/Pens Collective, you can check out all the deals that are currently happening with Rogue. They have some new shakers, and if you like the carbonated cans for energy, they have buy one, get one right now. Also, 30% off of tubs. So there's a lot of deals that you can get right now. So make sure you go to rogueenergy.com/Pens Collective and use code TPC10 for 10% off your purchase. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the show.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Kunitz and shot.
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
Welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
And we go live after every single Penguins games, including following the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins Calder Cup push. And that was the most short-lived push I've ever seen in my life. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins are officially eliminated from the playoffs after 2 games against Lehigh Valley Phantoms, losing 3-2 tonight. Previously on Wednesday, lost 5-2. So rough for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Rough for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We're going to talk about it tonight. So Josh, what'd you think? What'd you think of the Penguins tonight?
Yeah, first of all, can you see me and hear me? Because it was so bizarre. Like, I was here, but I wasn't here.
I saw you in the behind the scenes at when it was counting like down from 10 seconds for our countdown, and then you disappeared, and I was like, I'm doing the solo. Here we go.
Yeah. So like I was literally typing a message to you, and it literally just like kicked me out of the complete the entire web browser. So whatever. All right. Tonight's game. I don't know how to start this because it was still a rough game. It was better than Wednesday, but I still felt like they weren't playing their game at all. And I don't know if it's... I mean, the crowd was loud, but it wasn't as packed as I was thinking it was going to be.
Right? For a playoff.
Yeah, so maybe I overhyped Allentown. It was a nice Friday night. Maybe they had other plans. I don't know. But regardless, I don't know if it was the crowd. I don't know if it was the pressure. I don't know if it was the physicality of Lehigh. But the first period was kind of the same. They started out as, doing playing their way. And then the moment that they started getting checked and roughhoused a little bit and things got a little physical. Well, now we're off our game and we got issues.
Yeah.
And it, I kind of liked the scrum to end the first period, like
Sure.
everyone just off the bench, everyone just, man on man, looking at each other in the eye, kind of just jostling a little bit. And then like there was it. I didn't really feel like there was like any fire left the rest of the game. It was very much just cat and mouse. I'm sure you're going to get into it, but just, just a lot of back and forth. Like
Yeah.
there was no, for both sides, to be fair. There was not a whole lot of offensive zone possession. And then our penalty kill looked better tonight, but our power play looked the same. Yeah, yes,
we did
I think,
score on the power play. Yeah,
yeah,
we did score
Bros.
one.
Bros's goal was technically on the power play, but I mean that was with under 10 seconds left in the power play.
Yeah, right.
That wasn't really producing much the rest of the time anyway. So I don't know, super disappointing. But I mean, the only thing I can really say is that Miroshov did play better than Blomqvist on Wednesday. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I will say it was a definite goaltending battle tonight. I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
You can definitely take a look at that goal, even though, you know who he reminded me of? Shesterkin from the New York Rangers. Always
100%.
flashing and
Yes.
acting like he's bigger than what he is. I hate that mentality. Where it was literally, he was hugged up against a post. The shot went high, and he grabbed it high and went. And I was just like, dude, like what? Who are you trying to impress? You know what I'm saying? So I hate that mentality, hate that stuff. He makes a simple
he was trying
glove
to
save.
impress the Phantoms commentator, because boy was that man easily impressed, and boy did he get easily excited.
Man, and does he not know hockey? So, I mean, he was like, "That's not a trip. That's not a trip." Yep. There's the stick clearly at the skate. That's a trip. And then I'm just like, shut up. And then when one of our players, I think it was Koivunen, got hit in the head, he goes, "Got to keep your head up, kid," later in the game. And I was like, shut up, go grab another donut and do better at your job, buddy. So, I'm just a little, Josh, I'm perturbed. Okay, I'm perturbed. Let's talk about the first perturbment. It's not a word, don't care, Google it. So,
Well, you just told us it's not a word.
yeah, I don't know. Google it. Maybe it is. I think AHL is a failing league, and here's why. Are you ready? Not only are you paying $30 to watch the worst camera work I've ever seen in my life, and you pay $30 for other people to run your streaming, which is absolutely bananas, because if I have to watch another radio broadcast while the visuals don't even match up, Josh, I'm going to jump out a window. Imagine paying $30 for that. Imagine paying $30 and Lehigh is your team. Jumping out of a window. That's so dumb. Now, let's talk about the horrible decisions they make, and they don't do any marketing. They don't do anything like that. They just survive off of what the NHL gives them. Very similar to the WNBA and the NBA. They could be doing a lot more advertising, okay? They don't. They just survive off of what is given to them, similar to the AHL. I'm not done. Then they have this horrible playoff format. They are shooting themselves in the foot with this playoff format. I'll tell you, because out of 7 games, Wilkes-Barre might win this series.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Out of 7 games, yeah, we had a bad first game. Sure, chalk it up. But then this game, that was so close.
Yeah,
Next game,
much
maybe we
better.
win. Okay, so now it's 2-1. All right, let's go back to Wilkes-Barre. One more in Lehigh. Okay, maybe we win that. Tie the series up. Go back to Wilkes-Barre. Win there. Now we're up 3-2. Going back to Lehigh Valley. Can we win Game 6? Nope. Okay, goes to Game 7. More money for the AHL. More money for franchises to get butts in seats. Absolutely ridiculous. and then you pay $30 to even watch it. You have to either go to a game and spend $100, or you watch for $30 a month, and that's what you get. It's kind of dumb. You basically have to be super good in the AHL to be entertaining, because even though you get a bye if you get in the top of the league, at the top of your division, it still goes to a best of 5. 5. That's dumb.
I'll still take 5 over 3. I'd still take 5 over 3.
Yeah, I'll take it because there's more games, but it should be 7. Look at Wheeling right now. They beat the Admirals 4-1.
They're back
in the AHL. They would have already been eliminated.
Yeah.
So now we have a series. It's 2-1. Now they come back to Wheeling. They have another game in Wheeling, right? Or was it the 3 in Wheeling?
No, I think they did. I think they did. I think it was 2 in Norfolk, and then I think it's 5
NHL
straight. No, and then I think it's 5 straight in Wheeling.
Then there you go.
If I remember correctly.
Opportunity to win the series. Do you know what I'm saying? There's an opportunity here. AHL, you guys suck. This is why no one watches you.
Yeah.
We just watched you because we're following Wilkes-Barre. But no one watches you, dude. No one watches. So figure it out. Do a better plan. And figure out the system.
This is where, like, it honestly, like, I'm not saying this just because we got eliminated and, you know, we would have, you know, had a longer playoff, you know, appearance. But I think this is how, excuse me,
you're good.
How ECHL does it is that it's like the top 4 of each division. And that's it. No buys, no nothing. You just start playing.
Right.
And
it's the playoffs.
And then you start best of 7 from there. And so instead of 5 rounds, it's 4 rounds. And like, if you want to actually keep the first round best of 5, fine. I don't care. Do that. But still, just have everyone start at the same time. Mm-hmm. Everything is the same across the board. Top 4, get in. And leave it at that, because another thing is that each division is completely different with how their play-in is. If they even have a play-in. You know, it may actually just be, I think the minimum is that, like, it was like the top seed gets a bye and then the rest play it out. But still, it's so dumb. Like, why is everything different? And I get it, like, we're looking at this, you know, coming off the, like, immediate result of a Penguins elimination, but still, this was something that we talked about, you know, when we made the announcement that we're going to do it, trying to go over it, how confusing and chaotic it is. It didn't make any sense. And, you know, honestly, this is no jab at Springfield or Philly. I mean, excuse me, Lehigh Valley, but
no, whatever. Realistically,
the top 4 in that division are the best 4 in that division. Like 100%. And yes, we were the 4th seed. So we would have played Hershey. We probably would have lost. But I'd rather lose to Hershey than
lose
Lehigh Valley.
To literally this, like, a dumb team like the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And here's the problem, and we could transition to it right now. I was going to bring it up. The physicality. The refs had no control over this game, and it got me mad. Josh, it's 2 games. It's not even a series. Let's not call it what that is. It's 2 games. Like, you know, absolutely, guys. After every single stoppage, they hit us. I counted. I watched. I wanted to be nonpartisan. I wanted to be not biased. I just wanted to watch. And I was like, okay, let's see who hits who. Every whistle, we got shoved. Koivunen got pushed around all the time. And I'm just like, refs, stop it. You have the rules. Stop it. And they don't. They allow it to get crazy, and then you have a game like this where every single time there's a whistle, people are throwing punches. Now, it's not as crazy as Washington and Montreal tonight where people were literally trying to kill each other. But at least, like, come on. Do something, because that had an outcome in the game, okay? Refs have an opportunity. Like, that's the big thing. Refs control how the game is. All right, and if the fights are impacting the game, you have to take action. Okay, look at Montreal and Washington, for example. End of the period, holy crap! People are wrestling in the benches. Both teams are fighting outside of the bench. Right, chaos. How did the third start, Josh? Nothing. Nothing, because I'm sure the ref said, "That's it. That's it. If I see another scrum, I'm going to start throwing ejections." Yeah. That's what they do. The refs will go to the coaches and go, "Hey, you had your moment. Yeah, everyone fought. That's great. Get it out. All right. Going forward, if I see fights, it's immediate game misconduct." Okay. All right. Thanks. Yeah, because you want Tom Wilson game? I don't think he got a game misconduct, I think.
They were fighting legitimately in the bench. So everyone was off of the bench, and Tom Wilson was in the bench with someone else just fighting.
Robertson or something. But yeah, it's just so crazy, right? Anyway, the refs couldn't take control of that game and say, "Hey, you know what? If I see another scrum, gone." And Wilkes-Barre and Lehigh, that wasn't a thing. Scrum. And they're like, "Okay, guys, let's get back in the locker room." It's like, come on, take control of the game here. I don't mind the scrum here and there. I loved it. But you have to take control of the game when guys are getting literally punched because there's a whistle. Or how about an icing and all of a sudden guy gets decked for no reason? And you're like, what's going on with that? Anyway, thought the physicality was a little too much. I think the refs needed to control that a little bit. Do you have anything about the physicality?
No, I mean, it's playoff hockey. I knew there was going to be some, and then I knew it was going to be heightened because it's the Phantoms. So, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. There's really not much else that we could have done. We're not a team that's built for it. To be honest,
you're right.
We are not a physical team. We don't have anyone that can be that physical. I know it was Imama for a while before he got called up, and then he was the guy when he was in Pittsburgh until he got hurt. So who knows if he would have been called down and would have been that guy to kind of sort all of this out in this type of situation. But I mean, we'll never know. And at the same time, I saw some arguments on Twitter that if we didn't call up certain individuals to Pittsburgh, McGroarty, Koivunen, and others, could we have actually obtained the second division spot and not even had to deal with this? Would have had a bye.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's a possibility.
Here's where I mentioned it in the earlier point, and this is where I'm heated. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. But like my gut reaction after watching this series is these boys aren't ready to play in the NHL. And I'm talking about Koivunen. I'm talking about Bros. I'm talking about Brunick. I'm talking about, even though they were competitive.
Yeah, Brunick's not ready. He needs another at least.
Yeah, he'll be in Wilkes-Barre next year for sure. We agree on that. But I'm talking about, guys that we want to see. Koivunen, Ponomarev, Puustinen. You see those guys, you're like, oh, we want them up in Pittsburgh. I don't think they're ready. And this is getting me mad because all I've heard, in my arguments, okay, is we got young guys. We got prospects. That's all I hear. Hey, we got young guys. We got prospects. We're ready now. We're ready. Let's do it. Let's pull the trigger. Let's call them up. Let's make sure they're ready to go in the NHL. Let's give them a shot. No. They can't handle the heat. They can't handle it. Look how they reacted. They folded. This was our year. This is what Kyle Dubas was talking about. This is what every fan was talking about. That the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, if they were to win anything, it would be this year because of the guys that Dubas put together as prospects. Okay? His goal is not to win a Calder Cup, but his goal is to make sure that he has a good farm team. That's what he's always been preaching about. And you can't argue with me on that. There's plenty of quotes about him wanting to build the future, right? All those guys in Wilkes-Barre are the future. Argue against the wall if you don't think so. Here's the problem. Our future can't make it past the first round against a bunch of bullies on the ice. That's a problem. I want to win a Stanley Cup. These kids can't figure it out. They had 2 games to prove to me that they can handle adversity. They can't. And if you're going to, before you start hitting the keyboard, listen. 3 guys are not going to change the outcome of this series. I'm sorry. Maybe Boko Amama, if he wanted to kill somebody on the ice, maybe that would have changed something. But my point is, they were still more physical than us. They still got the lucky chances. They stopped our power play. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if McRourty was down. It doesn't matter if Bemstrom was down. It doesn't matter if Amama was down. It would have just been a more physical altercation. Other than that, I don't see McRourty and Bemstrom competing more than what Koivunen did today. And on Wednesday. So my problem, my fear, is that Dubas put together a bad team in Wilkes-Barre. And I know what everyone's going to say. It's not Dubas' fault. They're just prospects. But he wants to build the future. You guys just got a glimpse of the future on Wednesday and today.
I don't know. I don't think that's exact. I don't think that's fully fair to put all of the blame on Dubas for the result, because it's kind of the same thing with the NHL. You know, it also takes execution and coaching. So, Dubas can only do so much from afar. So I think that a lot of it is inexperience and
Sure.
and probably youth. What I will say is hopefully it's a growing experience, because now someone like Koivunen, who is younger, a little bit smaller, maybe he hits it hard this offseason. Maybe he's like, hey, you know what? Let me just put 5 to 10 pounds of muscle on.
Let me bulk up.
Let me bulk up a little bit, because like realistically, the NHL is not this physical. Not like this. No way.
No,
it's physical, yes, but I mean, you're not getting punched in the face every whistle. That's not how it is. But yes, there were moments when he was up in Pittsburgh where he would get knocked off his skates a little bit more easily. And I get it. He's younger and smaller. It's going to happen. But if you want to play 82 games in the NHL, you got to be able to stay on your skates. I mean, I don't see anyone, whether you're a Pittsburgh prospect or a, Montreal prospect or San Jose, whoever, you're not going to make it long in this league if you can't stay on your skates. I mean, you can say what you want about our knowledge of hockey and the development level of prospects that we are aware of, but I guarantee you that is one thing that is universal. You don't stay on your skates, you're not staying in the league. And I think that's something that probably drives Sullivan up a wall, and it's probably something that, forces him to bench a lot of these young guys. That inexperience, which of course you get with experience, playing time, but the inability to battle up against the boards, to stay on your skates, to take on the physicality, you're going to struggle. So I'm hoping and praying that this will be a learning experience, but I don't think it's fair to say that our prospect pool or our future is, diminished in any way because of this result. I think it should show a little bit more concern for goaltending, because yes, Miroshov played okay tonight, okay, but coming into tonight in the ECHL playoffs, that guy was struggling hard. I think he had like an 85% save percentage.
Yeah, he was not good.
Like, he was
in
not
Wheeling.
good. No. So, granted, he got called up, played better, but still, not some great goals let in. That first goal, right? The first one was the 5-hole. Yeah.
That wasn't great. And then the
Yeah.
third and final goal,
The third one
was so bad.
that was
Now,
such
granted,
a
I
soft,
know
lucky bounce.
it was a lucky bounce, but he was out of position.
Yeah.
If he was in position, that puck would have hit him in the chest, because he was turned. And if he wasn't turned, that puck was not going in. So yeah, that is something you have to be like, all right, the dude needs
some coaching.
So he needs coaching,
and so does Yol. And Yol didn't look great on Wednesday.
I'm just talking about Mershov in the moment.
I know, yeah.
But like, if you're talking, all right, these guys need coaching. Now have to look, is Kyoto the one to do it?
Yeah.
Now, and that's the big issue, is, hey, we're not looking great. Honestly, I don't feel great about the future now. I don't. And I know it's live. It's a reaction right after we lost. But my point is like, I don't feel great. I don't feel great about the future prospects, the future guys that we have that are wanting to call up. We have people who are tweeting out saying like they want everyone, like Ponomarev and Koivunen and Puustinen and McGroarty and Bemstrom and Owen Pickering and making sure. And Owen Pickering was nowhere to be found. This 2 games, it's something where you're like, dude, like, Owen, play better, dude. Like you want to be a Pittsburgh Penguin? You weren't even playing like a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguin. Like, I couldn't even see you. Brunick had a better showing than you. And he's not even ready for the NHL. And I'm not talking about goals. I'm not talking about just strictly goals and points. I'm talking like, I heard Brunick's name constantly. Oh, he finished a check. Oh, he pinched. Now, he needs to learn not to pinch as much. But he goes in. You hear Brunick carries the puck in the zone. And then I honestly could not hear one time tonight that Owen Pickering's name was mentioned.
I heard it.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. And besides Pickering has the puck and he passes it. This guy, like, it's like, all right, cool. I could do that. Did the Pens win? Said Sergey was left out to dry. Yeah, he was. They didn't play the greatest games.
I think he means in Wheeling.
Oh, okay, thank you. They didn't play. I mean, he was left out to dry here as well in the first goal and the third one. They didn't play the greatest games 1 and 2. Game 3 was okay. Game 4 was much better. They were hungry. Castor, who is decent in the past, played awesome tonight, and that's great. And that's awesome. And I'm glad Wheeling is going, and I hope they make it far in the Wheeling Cup. In the Kelly Cup. I hope they do well there. But I mean,
so
as I said,
win 3 more.
You gotta win 3. We gotta win. Basically, gotta win out, right?
Yeah.
You gotta win out.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, I'm a little lost here, just because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because no team can win. It's like, hey, and that's where I kind of pin it on Dubas. Yes, there is coaching. Yes, there is the players. They have to be the ones to win. I get it. But Dubas is the one putting it together. You can't paint the Picasso if you can't paint a Picasso painting if you don't have the right colors. Otherwise, it looks different. So you can't win if you don't have the right assets. You can't build a house if you don't have the right tools. And that's what I think is where you could kind of point the blame. Now, I'm not saying we need to fire Dubas and we need to say he's the worst and whatever. I'm just saying offseason's going to be pretty big for you. Like, figure it out. Like, go, hey, maybe someone would like a Puustinen. Maybe someone would like, and I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just throwing out alternatives.
So then would you like to see those guys stay in Wilkes-Barre another year for development?
Puustinen, I could rattle off names.
Again, I don't know. Listen. I don't know if Puustinen and Bemstrom are actually going to be on the team because I think they're on expiring deals. So keep those two out.
Okay, keep them out.
I'm just talking in terms of our prospects of, Koivunen, Ponomarev, Poulin, Bros.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Great.
Those
Poulin,
guys.
Wilkes-Barre.
Hayes.
Bros, Wilkes-Barre. Hayes, Wilkes-Barre. Owen Pickering, Pittsburgh. Brunick, Wilkes-Barre. McGroarty, Pittsburgh. Koivunen, I would like to see him start in Pittsburgh, but it would be like a Rucker situation this season, where let's see how he plays
Starts
in the
in
first
Pittsburgh.
month.
Start.
Yeah, see how he goes, and then go back down to Wilkes-Barre. Who else am I talking about? Bemstrom.
Well, I really.
Oh,
think
you
they're
said
on
Bemstrom.
expiring
Can leave
deals.
Bemstrom
Yeah.
out. Sorry.
Yeah.
I who else am I forgetting? That's
I think those in terms of our entry level
Prospect
contract
prospects.
guys. Yeah. That's who I'm thinking of.
I would say Wilkes-Barre. I didn't see a lot from him from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I would like to see him stay.
I think he's another one. I think he's another one where he's not on an ELC, so I don't think he may not be back either. I don't know. Again, because he kind of is tied into with, Bemstrom and Puustinen being that they're off of their ELCs. I think they're like restricted free agents, so it's possible that they'll be back, but at the same time, it's the type of situation where it's like they're not guaranteed back. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, it does. And listen, I'm not a GM. I don't have the pressure of this job, but I will say, listen, you got Sidney Crosby, you got Evgeny Malkin and Crystal Tang and Erik Karlsson. Go win a Stanley Cup. You have the assets.
It's easier said than done. Easier said than done.
I understand, but listen to me. If we are relying on what I saw tonight and on Wednesday, I am not happy about the future.
No, and that's where I wanted to challenge you a little bit, because I was going to counter with if all those guys except for essentially 1.5 are going to be staying in Wilkes-Barre, the future is not as bleak as you think it is, because it is not going to be essentially what you saw tonight. It is going to be a blend of already NHL ready and productive players with these guys. So it will not be the exact team that you see tonight just wearing Pittsburgh jerseys. It's going to be, kind of what we saw at the end of the year for Pittsburgh, where it's the young guys sprinkled in with the veterans. Now, hopefully we can get a little bit better of a bottom 6 sprinkled in with the young guys in Pittsburgh, but I don't know based off of what Dubas said is going to happen in the offseason, because it seems like it could go either way. Either we're going to retool the bottom 6 and see what happens, again, or we essentially just say, screw it, let's just who we got, let's go on.
Yeah, and I think who we got, let's move on is a horrible mentality, and that's a loser mentality. Sorry. I don't know about you, but I would not want my boss to be like, yeah, what we got. You got to do all the work for us. You know, you got to do this.
Well,
And
if
it's
this
like,
is
well,
if this is of like a true rebuild, that's realistically what it's going to
but
be.
he has stated it's not a true rebuild.
But he has not stated that it's not.
No, exactly. So that's what I'm pissed off about Kyle Dubas. That's what I've stated publicly multiple times. He walks the line of a rebuild and just like
Contending. Yeah.
contending. Thank you. A rebuild and contending. And that's what I hate, and that's why we had so much passion in our last episode, is because you have people going, "Oh, I got so much clarity." I'm like, he literally said two things. I don't know what are you talking about? He goes, "I want to contend urgently as possible, but I don't know when that will be." Then that's not urgently as possible. You need to figure out what that is. When is urgently? Is it now? Then it's not urgently as possible. Then you're lying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say one or the other, and then people say, that's not what he said. He has to be very careful on what he says. And I'm like, well, if it's very careful on what he says, then he should say the same thing, and he shouldn't contradict himself. So that's my argument to all of this. It's like, listen, I don't want it to be just Wilkes-Barre guys coming up. I don't want that. I've said it multiple times. I want Mitch Marner. Go out there and get him. Go out there and do everything possible. Do everything in your power besides drag him to Pittsburgh physically. Okay? And I think that's our goal, number one, to bring in a big name. And I'm not saying like he's going to be the only one. No, figure out something else. You got 30 draft picks. He even said he's going to use some of those draft picks to trade. Yep. Okay? I'm waiting. Like, let's figure this out. And I know he can't do it now because the season's still going on and we got to wait until the end of the play. Like, I knew that was going to happen regardless. But just saying, we need to figure out what the future is, what we're doing, because listen, Wilkes-Barre can't keep on losing. Pittsburgh can't keep on losing. That's the biggest priority. Pittsburgh cannot keep on losing. And we are. And we are. And I'll tell you again in October if I think we're going to win or not, because I could tell. Because they're so... Dubas and Sullivan love their rosters, and they'll double down. And I could tell you at the beginning of the season if this team is going to win or not.
Yeah, it seems like the harder they double down, the worse the team.
100%. That's a great, yes. Because they're like, oh, yeah, Tristan Jarry, yeah, he let 5 of them go. Yeah, but you know what? We just got to wait until the season starts. And I want to be like, hey, does Tristan Jarry have a second job that we don't know about? Nope, hockey is his only job. Okay, so then why isn't he actively preparing every single day of his life for the start of the season? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know about you, Josh. If you were getting paid $5 million to do one thing half of the year, you would want to prep to make sure you do a really good job at that thing.
Certainly tried
when it's time. Yeah, right? Sidney Crosby does it. He's still practicing. He's out of the playoffs. He could go vacation, but he's not. Where's Tristan Jarry? Probably vacationing. Tells me a lot about him.
No, that's not fair.
Yeah.
The season just ended.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he win the Stanley Cup?
No.
Does he want a job?
So you're gonna dog Evgeny Malkin for visiting the hospital before he leaves Pittsburgh because he's not practicing?
Did he go to the hospital or is he just chilling?
Went to go visit some. Right, he went to the hospital to go visit some patients.
That's not a vacation, Josh.
Well, before he left for his vacation. Well, I don't know if it's vacation or going back to Russia or whatever he does in the off season. But before he leaves the city of Pittsburgh, he was doing something. Great. He wasn't practicing.
That's more than Tristan Jarry is doing.
How do we know?
You're right. How do we know?
He could be in the gym. Just because he's not on the ice doesn't mean he's not in the gym.
That's right. Maybe he'll bulk up even more. We'll see him as a massive human being.
Yeah.
But
because didn't he got bigger this year, right?
He did, Josh. He did.
Yeah.
Remember? We even said.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, that reassures us he was in the gym all off season. He was working hard. He still sucked. Maybe
he got too big and now he needs to get flexible again.
Yeah.
So now it's like
maybe
Stay the same. Now just do stretching.
You know what I would do is learn how to save the first shot of every game. Whoopsie. Sorry. Called out
Off
as weakness.
season is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, this offseason is going to be long. Thanks, Kyle Dubas. Actually, you know what I'll say? Thanks, Tristan Jarry, because you were supposed to be good this year, and you weren't. So, thanks for that. And here's what I'll say about the future goaltending. I'm really excited about Murashov's future.
Potential.
Potential. I'm excited about Joel Blomqvist. I don't want to see Tristan Jarry back here before camp.
I got a super way out of left field just popped into my head because I'm super tired type thought. What if when Dubas re-signed Jarry, he had this long-term vision of tanking and literally said, Jarry, I will pay you $5 million a year to suck.
To be hated on. That's what we're paying you.
To be the patsy. Be the fall guy. $5 million.
There's
no way
There's
Jarry
a
was getting
16-year-old right now that I think is great. His name is
In
McKenna.
Russia.
Have you heard of him?
Oh, McKenna. I thought you were talking about Murashov.
No. He just knew about McKenna way back when,
then.
and he was like,
probably
"Dude."
did. Probably did, yeah.
He was like, we're going to tank for the next 3 years. They're going to hate you.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm going to tell everyone that we're going to compete and that we trust you. And you're not going to live up.
That's what I mean. He lays out the entire plan. He's just a mad scientist. Evil genius. He lays out the entire plan.
That is true.
And then,
I will get a Dubas tattoo on my forehead. If that's literally
oh my
what he
God. I so wish that's true now. How hilarious would that be? Like, sometimes I think about that, though. Like, not like just in hockey, like just in sports in general. There's got to be someone that's like on the roster that was given a certain message that was like, I need you to just not be good, but also good enough to put on this, keep this facade going, you know?
Hey, just want to let you know, there's going to come a time where I'm going to send you down to Wilkes-Barre. Don't take it as a...
Yeah. And just so you know, just heads up. If you get picked up on waivers, there's nothing I can do. Can't protect you after that. You can go out, ball out.
That's the what is it? The plot hole in that little story.
Yeah.
It's because he's like, I need you to tank for 3 straight years. He's like, yeah, but if you put me on waivers, wouldn't someone pick me? Trust me, no one would want you. That's the thing.
I can't put you down until the 3rd year. It's got to be the third year.
It's got to be the 3rd year. And by the way, it's going to be later in the season when people think, why are we trying now? Because it's already too late to get in the playoffs. So what we're going to do is put you in a time where people are thinking about trades. And they're going to be like, why would we get Tristan Jarry if we could trade for like a John Gibson kind of situation? So we're going to drop you then. And no one's going to want you. Like, literally no one wants you.
Hey,
like, even the worst team in the NHL does not want you. So just enjoy the ride.
Sounds like it's gaining steam to me.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Dubas goes in our chat and goes, nailed it. You know, just crushed it. You guys see
it's just,
through me.
It's literally Dubas that just says, DM me. That's it.
Yeah, he goes, how? Question mark.
Yeah. You guys need to cut this out now. Delete that. That video needs to be deleted.
Hey, I will pay you $5 million to delete this video.
I will cut Jarry and pay you the $5 million.
Yeah. I will buy him out, and we will also buy you guys out. Deal. Done deal. Done.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Josh.
Unreal.
This team stinks, and it's gonna be a long off season because I was hoping. I was genuine.
Make a push. Make a push.
I was hoping Wilkes-Barre would go
Me
first.
too. Me too. Look, I washed it so I could wear it again.
Josh, I was about to buy a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins jersey.
I was going to go to
'Cause-
Sunday's game.
Because I was
I was
like,
already looking
listen,
at tickets.
I was like, listen, if we make it deep in the playoffs, that fills up like a month of content.
Yeah,
You
I know.
And it's
And this
push.
sucks. And it sucks too because it's like I don't even want to watch the NHL playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
because like it's so frustrating when your own team is like, I don't know, like San Jose and Chicago. Like, are you that frustrated with how bad you are that you can't watch anymore, or are you just like then numb to everything because of how bad you are that it just becomes just hockey at that point? Like there's no jealousy, there's no bitterness, there's no like what could have been when you're watching the playoffs. Because that's what I get. Because like I think it's different for us now that I'm thinking about it and talking out loud. Like we have Sidney Crosby. I saw a thing that showed the most points by each hockey player by age. So like Celebrini, I think, was the youngest guy, and it showed his points, and then it goes age by age, and
Sure.
what points they had. Okay, so Mitch Marner had the most at age 27, and I think it was like over 100 points.
Sure.
No one under Mitch Marner, age 26 and down, had more than Sidney Crosby at 90. Sidney Crosby had 91, and no one
So he's the greatest.
older than Kucherov at 32. He had like 120 points, I think. Also did not have over 91 points to beat Sidney Crosby at age 37.
So like Sidney Crosby's the greatest, and we
And
still have hope.
How old? I didn't know. What did you think the age gap between Sid and Ovechkin was?
I think Ovi's 40.
It's 39. It's 2 years. I thought they were, and this is probably just because I thought that they were, because they're one draft behind each other,
Yeah, he was like 1 year.
that it was 1 year, but it's two years in age. So it was Crosby at 37, Malkin at 38, Ovechkin at 39. Yeah.
Yeah. Josh, can I talk about some? Well, let's answer to depends when question. The answer is no, by the way. Question for you guys: are you going to watch Game 5 for Wheeling? No, I don't want to get my heart broken, so I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself through that because I feel like we caused the Penguins to lose, so I'm not going to do that to the
I don't
Wheeling
know.
Oilers.
I don't know enough.
Yeah, that as well. I don't know any of the guys there, and
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to like talk about it. So I would say the answer is no. Maybe like privately will I watch it? Yeah, sure, maybe, but not publicly and then go live after. Josh, here's a real question I want to ask you. Did Shedeur Sanders get drafted yet?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been watching. I've been watching the game.
Shedeur.
You're gonna do this live, and then
Sure,
let's
I'll do
wrap
it.
up because I am gassed, bro. I am gassed.
He did not get drafted yet.
No way. We got to be in the third round, right? We're in the third round.
He didn't get drafted, right? The Seahawks are selecting. Oh wait, hold on.
Why are you making this so hard?
I just googled did he get drafted, and they're like, I just see a thing where it's like, did he? It's like, okay, I'm asking you.
I need you to tell me.
Yeah. Like I googled did Shedeur Sanders get drafted, and the first thing is an article that the title was, did he get drafted? It's like we're asking the same question here.
Jeez.
But it looks like he did not get drafted yet. So my question
Unreal.
is he a Bo Callahan, Josh?
No, he's worse.
Yeah,
Bo-
that's true because
Bo Callen got drafted.
yeah, and can I just say I love it right now. I love the Shador Sanders hate. I love it. Here's why. Hate cockiness, hate that mentality. You know what I love, Josh? Cam Ward. You know
Humbleness.
what? I love Cam Ward. He came out, Josh, tears. He didn't, Josh. His face is so smooth. There was no wrinkles. Okay, he came out, and it was just.
He's like 20. He's like 21.
No,
Of course
I
he's got
know,
no
but
wrinkles.
even no, not wrinkles like an old person, but like there was no creases,
there was
right?
no creases. Yeah.
He just came out like this, tears just flowing, and he was just like, and I was just like, that's what I love. Like he's not showing all his emotion, but he's showing like, I just got drafted first overall. I'm going to the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to be their guy, and love it. Love the mentality. Didn't build his own room, a legendary room where he's still currently there, waiting for someone to draft him. You know what I'm saying?
I will say his brother has a hilarious sense of humor. So Shador Sanders' brother is a safety, and he's like in the draft, and they were like talking to him at the like draft party or whatever. Like literally, it was like earlier today or last night or whatever, and it's like if Shador is sliding this far, this isn't good for me, because like he was projected to be like a 5th or 6th round pick. So it's
That's
like
funny.
now it's like if Shador is sliding, it's like, oh geez, I may not even be drafted.
That's hilarious. So good on him for that. You know who I don't like in the draft? I'm still on the fence on him. The other guy from what happened?
Oh, the Seahawks just drafted Jalen Milroe, so that's another quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I was just reading off that tweet.
This is hilarious. Hey,
the
Titans drafted a guy from Penn State. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
So I forgot what I was talking about. The guy who got drafted by Jacksonville, who requested that he plays both positions.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I like him or not. I'm trying to decide. He came out so hype, and I was like, cringe. Get out of here. You know, like, you got drafted 2nd overall, and he's just going, ah! And I was just like, oh, God. I hate this so much. Like, it's seriously, I hate it so much. Meanwhile, you got Cam Ward. Like I said, Cam Ward was perfect. Came out crying, didn't make a facial expression, and just said, first of all, thank God I'm here. Like, this is incredible. Meanwhile, everyone's like, Shador Sanders didn't get picked. It's just like,
oh my gosh.
So I will say, ESPN, the worst draft coverage I've ever seen. Even RG3 stood up for Cam Ward and said, this is the first, like, they couldn't shut up about Caleb Williams going number 1 overall, right? Now they're like, they said, oh, Cam Ward, 1st overall pick. Shador, when is he getting drafted? And everyone's like, whoa, hey, this guy is 1st overall.
Yeah.
He's the first. He's going to change this franchise. Nope. Let's
even,
figure out about a Nepo baby.
It wasn't even after he got drafted. It was before he got drafted. So, like, the commissioner opened up the draft, right? So, boom, the draft is open. Now, officially, the Titans are on the clock. Okay? Granted, everyone knows who they're taking, but it hasn't been official yet. The Titans have said that they did not want to do that. So, it's going to be, they're going to let some clock go down and then make the announcement. The entire time that clock started ticking after Roger Goodell said the draft is officially open, ESPN did a little, who would you take 1st overall, Shador or Cam, questionnaire, and give me your reason for each one. And they're all talking about why they should take Shador number 1 overall. It's like, at no point was there any indication that the Titans were drafting Shador Sanders 1st overall for the last 2 months. At what
Yeah.
point? Like, even after the combine, they said that they met with Cam Ward. They were looking forward to bringing him in for a meeting. They brought him in. They didn't bring in Shador. They went to Cam Ward's pro day. They didn't go to Shador's. At what point do you think Shador is now going to be the number 1 overall draft pick? I'm sorry. You don't draft a guy that you don't scout. It was so annoying. So then they make the selection. The Titans select Cam Ward. And immediately as they make that selection, the Jacksonville Jaguars trade up with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. And now
So
they're
as
talking
soon as-
about that.
So as soon as Mike Greenberg says, okay, the Titans have selected Cam Ward, and he says, oh, and the Jaguars have traded up to the 2nd overall pick. And then that's it. It's immediately gone. They are now moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars and who they should be taking with the 2nd overall pick. Are they taking Shador? Or are they taking Travis Hunter? Or it's like, oh my God. Can we just have a little appreciation? And I don't know. I'm not gonna go on any more rants about this. We've already been into it an hour. It's almost 11 o'clock. Titans drafted a safety from Penn State. I'm excited about. I like him.
Are you guys
Looking good.
beating
Looking good.
beating Houston?
I don't know. We're beating Indy. That's what I know.
Josh, I think anyone could beat Indy.
Yeah. When your quarterback's tapping out, it's not a good look. It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. And then you don't bring in anyone to challenge him. Not a good look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Joe
a good look.
Flacco was like, I think I'll look somewhere else. And they're like, really? Because we thought you did such a good job.
Yeah, where did he sign? I forget where Joe Flacco
I
signed.
forget. It doesn't matter.
Browns? Browns?
No, he
Did he go back to Browns? No, I think he went back to the Browns.
Did he? Good for him.
Yeah. I think so.
But
whatever. Yeah, I don't know. But wait, who?
So,
Yeah, just quickly, there was someone today that I was listening to that said even though Cam Ward was drafted 1st overall, he's still the 3rd best quarterback in the AFC South. And I'm like, 3rd best What are you talking about? CJ Stroud is probably number 1. Okay, fine. He still regressed year 2. So now he's back to prove it, prove me wrong that I think that year 2 is more accurately who you are than rookie year CJ Stroud. Who's number 2?
Right.
Trevor Lawrence or Anthony Richardson? I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence has been absolute.
Oh yeah, Trevor. Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry, but Trevor,
stinks.
he's been garbage the last 2 years. So you're telling me what? Just because they got a new coach, Duval, that he's now going to be an amazing quarterback? Get out of here!
Duval.
Like, that guy is such a wacko. And then you got like a kid that's literally just 2 years older than me. That's the general manager. I'm sorry, you're trusting that? I don't trust myself.
That's like the Giants trusting a kid.
Oh my
Was it
God.
Giants or the Jets? Or is it the Jets? Who was it?
What? Which one?
Who trusted
What are
a
you
kid with the Madden rating? Who was it?
What are you talking
The
about?
GM asked his kid. They were like, "Who would you go for?" And he goes,
Oh,
"His
yeah.
Madden rating was
His
higher."
Madden rating is higher. Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was
they
the
listened
Giants.
to him.
That was the Giants.
They listened to him.
It's like, come on, man. What are we
How
doing?
do these clowns have jobs?
Yeah, I know. That's
It's
what-
literally all about who you know, not
Yeah.
about your skill set. That's how I know the NFL's so stupid. It's
Yeah.
like they hire people, right? And he goes,
Well-
Duval. And I'm like, how'd you pass the first round of interviews? Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
And that's what, like, I was on the phone with Dad last night, and we were talking about, like, every time they go to the war room, Dad's like, you're telling me every single one of those people have, like, important jobs in that room?
Yeah.
Like, there's like 50 people in there. Like, what are they all doing? Like, and I told him, I said, they're probably scouts. And I mean, like, country's pretty big. You need a lot of people to cover the areas. But, like, at the same time, he's kind of right. Like, do you really need that many people? It's not like this is the 60s and 70s where there's no tape. You have to go see the guys. You can literally
Browns
just
took
watch
a
'em.
quarterback that wasn't Sanders. I think he won't get drafted. I think he honestly won't get drafted.
Who did they take? Who's left at quarterback?
Dylan Gabriel, Oregon.
No, the lefty out of Oregon? Yo, that's crazy.
What birthday party did Shedeur Sanders not go to? He's dropping this far. You said he didn't do any interviews. You said he didn't do anything.
No, it's not that he didn't do any. He just was very selective on who he interviewed with.
Because he thought he was hot crap?
And also, to be fair, Cam Ward did the same. So
Yeah,
I'm
Cam Ward
just going to
was
say...
better.
Yeah.
He had the right to do that.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I would do the same. You're projected to go number 1 overall. You're like, oh God, I don't want to play for X, Y, and Z. You know, like if somebody goes, hey, the Jacksonville Jaguars traded up to get you, I'd be like, well, sucks for them. I ain't go to Jacksonville. You know, it's like, good luck. They call my name.
Picks.
I ain't coming up. But it's stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, I don't want to meet with them. Like if somebody said, hey, Green Bay, you want to go meet with Green Bay? I'm like, no thanks. But I get it. Shedeur Sanders, you know, my favorite take on this, I saw a tweet. They said, sorry, I got hair in my eye. They said, Colorado retiring Shedeur Sanders' number looks really stupid right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And that was someone posted this morning, like, you know how his number was retired and it's like, it's number 2, Shedeur Sanders. Someone photoshopped day above it. So it's a day 2. But now it's not.
You might go to
now
day 3.
Now it's day 3. New England isn't going to take him. They're next. Man, that's just wild.
You know what gets me mad, though? And I just want to say this, and I don't care if it's on the podcast. Don't make it about race. I don't, like, what are you guys doing?
Then don't talk to Ryan out. Don't talk to Ryan, who's the guy?
Tannehill.
Hey, Yinzers. Who's your boy? Safety on ESPN. Ryan, oh my gosh. What is his name? All he does is make everything about race.
But my thing is, like, everyone
Ryan Clark.
Sure, Ryan Clark. They're like, oh my gosh, once again, a black quarterback gets, like, stiffed. And I'm just like, the first overall draft pick was black.
That's my argument, too. It's like, you can't make it about race when there's already a black quarterback succeeding. Like,
and not only that,
you're losing.
One of the best quarterbacks in the league is black.
Absolutely.
Lamar Jackson's black.
Yes.
Kyler
Patrick
Murray.
Mahomes is black.
I mean,
yeah.
technically, kind of, yeah. But, like, you have...
If he claims it, he is.
I mean, yeah, he's more of a Kermit the Frog kind of guy, but...
A black Kermit the Frog.
He is.
Again,
but my thing
both.
is, like... And then the second overall pick was his teammate, newsflash, was black. Like, I was just like...
Yeah.
I'm like, why make it about race? It's not. He's just not good. Like, everyone's like, his tape, it doesn't match what he did on the practice field and on his pro day. That's what I saw when originally came out. They were like, he did his pro day, and they said he didn't look like that during the college career.
Well, where I noticed that, oh boy, I think I want Cam Ward more than Shedeur. So Cam Ward and Shedeur trained together, and they were throwing side by side, and I was like, oh God.
The Minnesota Vikings just made a trade with the Texans.
Oh, nice, going up for Shedeur. Cam's
We do
ball
have room in the locker.
just it comes out so much more fluid, elegantly, faster,
And fast.
Yeah,
I was talking
Shedeur,
to you about that.
It's like a whole, like, it's like he's throwing in slow motion. It's like, dude, you're going to get destroyed in the NFL.
Just
Yeah.
And then Cam Ward's like, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
just
I
flick of the wrist,
watched
gone.
him warm up for his pro day. Or was it the combine? I forget what it was. He was warming up on the sideline, and I was like, that's his warm up? Like, it was like, whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
and it just was a whip. Yeah, the Vikings moved back in a trade with the Texans. Somebody said soft. It's the third round.
What, the trade? The trade is soft?
Yeah, they said soft. I'm like, what are we doing, guys? Relax. That makes me laugh. How funny would it be if we drafted Shedeur Sanders? How funny would it be?
It would be. I'm not gonna lie. It would be hilarious.
Because
there's a part of me that hopes that you do.
No, please. I don't want him. I don't want
No,
him.
Vegas goes back to back after you guys. I think they should. I think they'll take it. Are we just gonna stay on air for this entire draft?
Until Shedeur Sanders gets drafted.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Josh, because we believe that black athletes should be picked first. And
Absolutely.
no, Josh, no, found some tea. What kind of tea?
What about?
That's what the defense win. He said, I found some tea.
Wait. Oh,
Break some news.
is it hockey related, or are we going?
He's
are we
like,
still
Shedeur
staying on the
Sanders.
draft?
Shedeur Sanders just
you got
got
some
picked
Shedeur
up by-
Sanders input.
Shedeur Sanders got picked up by the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins.
Playing defense.
Oh, he shared it in the chat. By Yahoo Sports. Shedeur Sanders ripped by anonymous coach before draft. Listen,
I hate when they're anonymous. I hate when they're anonymous. If you
Because it
want to
was his
do this,
dad.
put your name on it.
Josh, it was his dad. All right, one NFL assistant torn to Sanders in the lead up to his draft, saying the quarterback turned in the worst formal interview ever.
Why am I not surprised by that? At all.
Here's my thing. The guy was like, I just love when everyone was like, Shedeur, like, who you getting? It's like, I'll be whoever drafts me, dude. Like, I'm going to be the greatest. And it's just like, you're not even in the NFL. Good luck in Canada. Good luck in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? UFL might actually need you. So here we go.
I don't. There's no way he can't go drafted, right? There's no way.
How many rounds? 5?
7.
He'll get drafted.
Right?
But
He has to.
He has to. But
I think he gets drafted right here.
by Oakland.
Las
Sorry.
Vegas.
Who gives a rip?
Las Vegas does.
No, Las Vegas is like, I guess we'll take him. I think that's what GMs are calling around the league. Are you taking him? I don't want to take him. He's too much of a publicity.
Do you think this is like legitimately like draft day, where like they're on the phone like, what do you see? What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know
About him? I think so. I think GMs are calling each other and being like, why didn't you pick him? Why didn't you pick him in the first round? Like Steelers. If I was a GM, I would call Steelers. Why didn't you pick him? You need a quarterback. Why didn't you pick Shedeur?
You know what would be absolutely hilarious for the Steelers, and for any Yinzers who are still listening to this god awful episode at this point.
Who cares, Josh?
If you guys passed on Shedeur Sanders, Aaron Rodgers decides not to sign with you, and you guys trade for Will Levis.
Oh.
That would be hilarious.
Who would you get?
We have
Nothing.
Cam Ward now. Yeah, you can give us a bag of potato chips. Give us I don't know. What do you guys got to offer? Give us some Gigi's pizza.
I'm not
What is
the
it?
GM of
What is it?
GM of Steelers.
What is the pizza? Bogo's pizza? Bobo's pizza? What is it?
What is it? What is it called?
Boba Fett pizza.
Yeah, let's say Boba Fett. What is it called? All right. The
Ah,
defenseman.
come on,
Let's
the
just-
defenseman.
come on,
That was
dude.
also in the year 2000. We didn't have the same scouts that we do now, and he was a backup in Michigan. Like, let's be honest.
And not only that,
That's a fair
the
draft pick.
stars aligned for him to be good. Because if the one question is, if Bledsoe ever
Bledsoe.
got hurt, he would never see the light of day.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
Drew Bledsoe has jokingly said that, but I think he means it.
Oh, yeah. If it wasn't for me, Patriots wouldn't win all the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe was good. I think people always forget that. Drew Bledsoe was good.
Okay, let's pump the brakes on good. He was above average. He was a decent starting quarterback.
All right, relax. What was I saying? Anyway, Shedeur Sanders.
Wait, did
don't
you
ever
guys?
com-
Wait, did you guys
Don't-
trade?
We traded back.
Oh, you traded out. Oh, I
So the
thought you
Texans
traded
now
in.
have our spot. No, we don't.
Yeah.
do-
They just took a corner, so the Texans didn't take him. So now the Raiders go back to back.
The Vikings trade. Like, this is what I hate about. Like, this means nothing. Houston wanted our pick for the safety, right? Okay. But here, Josh, you want to see what we received and what we gave up? We gave up the 97 overall pick and the 187th overall pick for
Okay.
the 102 overall pick and 142 overall
Yeah.
pick.
I'm going to pretend
the-
like that's a good trade.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend like that means absolutely anything.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, hey, we don't care. What do you want? You know, like, that's what I don't get about these late draft picks. They may not even make the roster.
Yeah, they're roster fillers. That's all they are.
So it's like, hey, I got an offensive lineman. We have like two of them. Do you want?
Yeah.
You want our pick? Do you want our pick? We'll just take your pick. Okay.
It's very rare that you find like uber productive guys at this point. Like you're finding guys who will be roster fillers, be depth. If someone goes down, they can step in and, be competent and do what they're supposed to be doing.
Wait,
but
the Steelers had pick number 83.
yeah, they didn't draft him. They drafted a running back.
I love this. I hate Shedeur Sanders. I genuinely do. Here's the problem. It's the nepotism that he has.
It's not even the nepotism. I don't care so much. Like to be completely honest, I'd do the same thing if I was Dion. If I'm the head coach and my son wants to play quarterback, my son's playing quarterback. However, what I don't like
However,
is the parading of my son is the second coming of Jesus and the next Tom Brady. That's what I don't like. Like, if you want to put your son in a position to succeed, great. I fully support that. But when you start propping up your son to be something that he is not, that's where I have an issue.
yeah, yeah.
And honestly, I really hope because of this, we're all proven wrong. A part of me is like, I hope wherever Shedeur gets drafted, he just balls out. Just accept the Titans, not against the Titans. But I just hope he balls out and proves everyone wrong. Because then, you know what? Fine, you were right. Great. But then at the same time, on the other side of it, I also feel like I hope you don't get drafted. And I hope you kind of pull I'm making this all about the Titans. Pull Warren Moon. Go start out in the Canadian Football League and hope someone discovers you and comes back to the NFL.
Nope, that was a long
Who
road.
knows?
It was the Canadian Football League. Then the United Football League. That was in Europe.
It was Warren Moon. No, Warren Moon did.
Didn't he play in Europe?
No, he played Canadian and then went to the AFL. Went Canadian and then
play
AFL.
the NFL Europe League?
I don't think so.
I could have swore.
that was just a quick hot minute year
Yeah,
that thing
it
was. That thing was
That's
nothing.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that didn't last long. I don't think he was on that.
I just saw Paul Skeens strike out Shohei Ohtani.
Okay, the first Raiders pick was a guard, was an offensive lineman.
I don't think he's getting drafted.
All right, here we go. We got 4 picks left in the third round.
Third round. Can you
Or wait,
share
are
your
we
screen?
doing are we doing the fourth? No, are you serious? I'm gonna get kicked out again.
Where are you looking this? Are you just watching?
No, I'm just on NFL Network, and
Hold on. I wonder how long we could do this without getting kicked off.
What do you mean?
Like just stream TV.
YouTube's gonna come after us.
They're like, you can't do that. Hold on, I'm curious. I'm just really curious if we could do this.
Well, we won't get like kicked off immediately. What will happen is like
There you go.
they went back to back offensive linemen. Oh, turn down the volume.
I already turned it up.
Got it.
I wonder how
So-
long until we get.
I don't think they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, we're
But-
such a small channel. Who cares?
But the 49ers, the Raiders, the 2 picks before them just went back to back offensive linemen.
That's crazy.
Are we clicking at the same time?
Oh, I didn't do anything. Who is this?
She's
that was a man.
she's
Thought that was a
the
man for a
like
second.
I think she's literally the admin assistant for the NHL, the NFL. Here we go. Shador. And they're going to trade Brock Purdy. Uptown
just
funk
wanted-
you up. Uptown funk you up. Out of Western Kentucky. How is there a school? Come on, dude. What are you wearing? This is a late 90s, early 2000s boy band music video.
Now, Josh, people are watching us now. Oh, no, they're not.
That would be hilarious if now they're watching us.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, they're watching the draft. That's content I could get behind.
Yeah. Don't you feel like a school like Western Kentucky shouldn't be in existence?
School.
That just seems so made up. Like Western Kentucky.
No, I agree with you.
Like, is Kentucky that big that you need Eagles? Why? Gosh darn Eagles, man.
They get Shador. I could see him going to the Shador. Nope. So Philadelphia trades the pick to Denver. They can use Shador Sanders.
Change your title.
Change
Yeah.
your title.
Yeah.
Oh.
To
Draft.
NHL.
No, because
NFL
then
draft.
we'll get caught. Then we'll get caught. Draft party, baby.
We should do this for the NHL draft.
Yeah, we should actually. But we'll
I-
get in
but-
trouble.
Yeah. Well, we could
Will we?
do if
Will
we
we,
don't
though?
if we don't have it on the screen, we won't.
Wonder
If we
have
do
the
this,
audio.
if we do this, I think we will. Yeah. Wow, this is flying. I think you're the last pick of the round, by the way.
No, Tennessee's 103.
Yeah, that's the first. That's the first pick of the fourth, which I think is tomorrow.
That guy is hammered. Defensive end! D! Defense! Denver! D for Denver! Can I just ask? Can we just keep on getting a camera on Shador in the legendary room, just being like,
No, he wasn't in that room today.
yeah, because they close it up, right? That's only for important people.
No, I started watching it. I was watching the pre coverage before the draft started tonight, and like he was just like on like in his like living room. He was just in his like living room. Wasn't in that like legendary room or anything.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. You pay all that money, legendary, right? You market legendary. You don't even get
legendary.
Legend, wait for it. I'm not getting drafted. Dairy. Oh yeah, you're right. Pick is in. Shador Sanders. If we Josh, I will rage quit if we pick Shador Sanders.
It's like now, like every pick, you're sweating it. You know. I think the
one
only
who doesn't want to be.
Yeah, I think the only teams that like are safe
Why are we
not
throwing
getting
JJ
him.
McCarthy under the bus? He's fine.
What do you mean? What? Just because they put up there that he missed the entire season due to a torn meniscus?
Yeah, the last person to do that's Carson Palmer. Great career.
0 Super Bowls though. Oh, who's this guy?
Hi.
They usually put up his name.
Skull, we got to do the pounding.
Skull. 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 Skull.
Oh no.
Skull. Skull.
Oh.
Skull. Skull. Skull.
Oh
Skull.
God.
Skull. Skull.
Oh wait.
Skull.
Oh yeah, depth guy. Practice squad.
Ty Felton. I felt that one.
Imagine if he said Shador. I was like, oh no.
I couldn't hear it, so I was trying to read his lips. He was got tiny lips. Couldn't read him.
Just do what you normally do for games and just watch the draft. Yeah.
Oh, that guy's pretty fast. Oh no, that was against Michigan State. Michigan State
whoa.
sucked this year.
Hey. That is true. That's true.
Or his best plays against Michigan State.
Yeah, I was just watching. I was like, oh, did he only play during Michigan State? Now, is round 4 today as well?
I don't think so. No, I think tonight is 2 and 3, and then tomorrow is 4 through
5.
7 tomorrow?
No way. They have to do round 4, right?
Well, we'll see if people start
best
leaving.
Available is Shador Sanders.
And then Yaya Black.
Wait, hold on. Titans are on the clock, Josh. Yeah, they're going round 4.
No. Yeah, see, it's ending. Tomorrow. It depends when. Tomorrow. Oh, I think the Titans are going to go Jalen Royals, wide receiver. Put it on. Jalen Royals. Book it.
Disgusting.
What is?
That Shador Sanders hasn't been drafted yet.
I think it's hilarious. Or are you saying that's what they're saying?
That's what they're saying.
Oh, really? Disgusting. That's
There
the
was a
words
guy
they're
who
using.
he said it's disgusting.
Wow.
But it's not because he's black. It's because he's just not good.
Is it though?
All right, guys.
All right,
watch the end of this draft.
Let's go to bed. We can sleep peacefully knowing that Shador Sanders was not drafted.
In the 3rd round. Now, granted, listen. Why wouldn't you just draft him to draft him? to see
What's
what
that?
he got. Why not draft him just to draft him? See what he got.
That's what I'm saying. At
And
this
then
point,
trade him if obviously if you have a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, say Titans pick him up. And then you guys go, it's not a real competition. We just want to see how funny would it be if you guys have Josh, you get Shador.
don't even.
And you
don't
guys
freaking.
And
think
you
about
guys
it.
say, we got the 2 best quarterbacks in this draft. We're going to let them compete.
No.
Anyway. Oh, Josh, I stepped on a landmine. Okay? And what that means is I pressed down on end stream. And if I lift my finger, the stream ends. So, it's down. Okay. So, we're going to do our outro. And we're just going to end the stream.
Let's
Okay?
hope you don't
Is
get
that
a
okay?
finger cramp or something.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh boy. Never been in this situation. Can't move the mouse right now.
Yeah,
Can't move
don't.
it
No.
down.
All right. I'll finish it. Here we go. Thank you, everyone, for a great season. It's been fantastic. Sorry we couldn't
Has it been?
do more. It's been fun. It's been a fun season. Let's
been a
not use the
ride.
word great. It's been fun. Stay tuned this off season. I think we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to get into more weekly episodes, start releasing stuff out to you guys, and then get ready for the start of the new year in July, as well as the draft, all that stuff. Looking forward to the off-season stuff to help build our future. How's your finger doing?
Doing great.
All right, cool. So just keep an eye out on Discord. If you're not a member already, make sure you join. Am I missing anything, Lewis? Social media, at Pens Collective. I think that's it.
That's
It's
it.
everything, right?
Pen. What is going on?
You really did. You just missed the draft coverage. You
Yeah,
just
we-
missed.
we-
We're streaming the draft.
Wilkes-Barre lost, and then we decided, you know what we should do? Watch the draft live.
To watch
Really
Shador
hoping
fall.
Shador Sanders gets drafted, but no one wants him, dude. What's going on? How much you want to bet that Deion Sanders says it's a joint, it's a thing. I'm coming too, and everyone's like, yeah, nope, not doing that.
No, because he just literally re-signed with Colorado.
Josh,
Contracts are meant to be broken. Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Okay.
thanks, man.
Oh wait. You can't do 2 fingers. Don't do it.
I can't. I'll end the stream.
Yeah, in the stream.
We'll see how fast I can do it. Ready? Let's
Yeah.
see. I'll end the stream, and let's see how. Ready? 3, 2.